Hello guys, welcome back to another scholarship opportunity to study in Australia. Today we are going to look at an opportunity to do a PhD and research master's degree at the University of Queensland in Australia. But before we get into the details of this scholarship, if you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Why not begin by hitting that subscribe button and make sure you turn on all notifications so that you will always be informed whenever there are new scholarship opportunities, either to study in South Korea where I live or in other parts of the world. And also on this channel there are other scholarships like the Study in Australia scholarship here at University of Flanders. There is a Koika scholarship to study in South Korea, and there is the AMA Plus scholarship. The online application is currently ongoing, and there are many other scholarships on the channel. Why not go through the channel and maybe you'd find something that would be of interest to you? That being said, let's get back to the scholarship opportunity to study at the University of Queensland, Australia. So this is it. Here they say our research program. We welcome the brightest mind to collaborate with our world-renowned researchers on their PhD or MPhil, that's Master of Philosophy. Join us in finding solution to the world's most challenging and complex problem. It is a master's degree program to go and do a Doctor of Philosophy or a Master of Philosophy. You have the information here. You might want to click on this to have more details. By reading it on your own, you would have an overview of the program. I am an international student, and then you would find the information that you would need to provide for you to be eligible for this scholarship. Like they have said that you would have to provide, like here they've said that you would have to produce 80,000 word thesis and complete an oral examination, and then you have other entry requirements here, and then the scholarship that will cover tuition fee that is charged by University of Queensland for PhD. They'll provide you with a living stipend, and it will be paid every fortnight to support your daily expenses. And then they say top-up scholarships from outside institutions or organization, or even from your supervisors, could be used to increase your monthly stipend to make you live comfortably. And then each year we award more than 600 scholarships, so it is a very good opportunity, and they have other scholarships. So just go through and then look at the scholarship information on your own, because I don't want this video to be very long. The next one is fees and cost. They've talked about it. Read everything, but it is a fully funded scholarship, and then you have information on how to apply. It is important for me to say here that for you to apply for this scholarship, you need to read this in detail, because you need to provide these documents. You have to first check your eligibility, and then make sure you look for a researcher. Look for somebody who is going to be willing to accept you to supervise you during your PhD. It is very important that you identify a researcher by clicking this link, and then try to look for researchers. Look for somebody who has a research interest that aligns with your own research interest. Don't go and look for somebody who has a research interest that does not align with your research interest. If not, if you contact them, they will not respond to you. For example, let's take an example that is not here. Let's say you want to do artificial intelligence, and then you go and look for a professor who is interested in non-artificial intelligence kind of stuff. Know that they will not respond to you, because you're taking them to a field that is completely different from their field of research. So you have to equally gather your documents. Like for example, you have to follow this format. You have to indicate your names in every document, and then you have to provide an academic curriculum vitae, academic transcript, your degree, language certificate, passport, reference letters, other documents. For language certificate, it is important to note that if you studied in a country that uses English, or your degree programs were done in English, you can always get an English proficiency from your university. It will supplement in this scholarship, so do not worry. Also, what you need to do is go to the master's degree. For those who want to apply for a master's degree, look at the requirements also for a master's degree. It is almost the same thing. It will take about 1.5 years to 2 years to complete a master's degree, and then you can look at the entry requirements, have completed some research It is very important because it is a research scholarship. Let me explain what a research scholarship means. It means that it is not like the normal masters and PhD where you go to class and then the professor gives lecture and then maybe you write a test and you do just a little amount of research. This one means you'd have to do a lot of research, you'd have to write a lot of articles, you'd have to go out for seminars, you'd have to go out for conferences where you would equally present some of your research findings. You'd have to publish articles to international journals online. You'd have to do a lot of research, which means you will be writing a lot of articles. You will be producing a lot of articles until the end of this degree program. You have to produce a lot of articles until the end of this degree program. So you have the scholarship details here. You can like read it and have more information. They'll cover the cost of your tuition, and then here you have information on how to go about applying. It is the same thing. You have to identify a researcher whose research interest aligns with your own research interest. In that case, he will be more likely to respond to your email when you contact them that you want them to supervise you through your studies. And it is very important for me to state here that for you to succeed in this scholarship, you need to identify a researcher. You need to get a letter from them that they are ready to supervise you during your degree program, without which you will not succeed in this scholarship, which means you'd have to provide a letter that proves that they have accepted to supervise you. It says here that many departments will require additional information to make a decision around your motivation and understanding, commitment, and financial support required. They might need some extra documents. They might also need documents to support your application, such as research proposal. So you should provide additional requirements with your potential thesis supervisor, which means you need to get some documents from your thesis supervisor to indicate that you have actually talked about your thesis topic. They should know that, okay, you've contacted a professor and you guys have actually discussed about your potential thesis topic. It is very important that you have those documents if you're applying for this scholarship. This is the scholarship and funding. A scholarship can cover the cost of your tuition and more than 32,000 a year for living expenses. So for example, if they are going to pay 32,000 Australian dollars, you can divide that 32,000 Australian dollars by 12 months to know the amount of money that you will be receiving on a monthly basis. And then you can also receive a top-up scholarship worth 15,000 Australian dollars a year. And they have said here that if you have found a supervisor to support your project, you can apply for a graduate scholarship as well, or join one of our UK's groundbreaking research projects that funds scholarship. It is very important that you find a researcher for this scholarship, and you can go about finding a potential supervisor by clicking this one for PhD, and then there are also available projects that you can like look at them, and then if you feel like they align with your own area of research interest, you can then go ahead and try to contact the person who is in charge of the research project. For example, they say they have one PhD project and they say they are grouped into 4 categories: health, science, art, Hisbal. So if you feel like these research projects that are down here are of interest to you, you can go ahead and then look at the details by clicking and then trying to see if you can contact the supervisor. This is the supervisor's information. This is the email. You can email them with your research proposal. They have detailed information here that you need to read and then know how to go about contacting them and succeeding in this scholarship. It is very important that find a supervisor or find an existing project that is already available, and then if you feel like you're interested in that area of research, then go ahead and apply. You can equally register your interest, and then they will send you every information that you need to apply for a research scholarship. This is it. That being said, I'm going to end the video here. Please, if you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, and then I will see you in the next scholarship opportunity. Bye.